Judge has ruled that parts of Prince Harry's claim that the news group, the newspapers, used illegal methods to gather information about his can actually go to trial. Although his phone hacking claims were dismissed, the Duke of Sussex claims that private investigators and journalists working for The Sun and News of the World used illegal methods to gather information on him. Allegations that NGN, the newspaper's publisher, strongly deny. So joining me is media lawyer Jonathan Coad to dissect this. Jonathan, what has happened here? Because we thought that maybe Harry would just scuttle away and just get on with living his life in Montecito. He's coming back for more. Where does this bit come into it? Because we thought that he had the whole claims before with the Mirror Group. Is this something separate? What's happening?
Well, it's separate in the sense he's suing a different newspaper group. It is not separate in the sense that the allegations are the same. And broadly speaking, he's decided to take on Fleet Street and say, you people have behaved in an illegal way, in a serial way, in a criminal way, time and time again. I'm one of your victims, and I'm going to take the fight to you on behalf of all the other people who can't afford to do it. But it's a significant moment in this claim because at the trial, the short 3-day trial, the newspaper group tried very, very hard to get the whole claim struck out. Mm-hmm. And that was clearly their intention and their hope. Now, they have succeeded in striking out the part of his claim to do with phone hacking. And the reason for that is the judge has said that you knew enough about this phone hacking activity at a time, well, in 2000, at a time when you should have started the claim. Either you knew about it more than 6 years before you brought this claim. The 6-year limitation period is what the argument was about. The judge it's extended if someone doesn't know that the activity took place, but the judge said, no, you knew about it early enough to bring the claim. You brought the claim too late, so I'm chucking that claim out. The rest of the claim, which is to do with blagging and getting information out of legitimate sources in illegitimate ways, still stands. So the nightmare still hangs over News Group. There is going to be a trial. So there'll be quite a lot of weeping and wailing over there at the prospect of having Prince Harry pointing his finger at the senior people at News Group UK and saying, you've done me wrong.
Well, he's going to need a lot more evidence than he had before, by the sounds of it, because the last time he was there, he actually at one point said that he was hoping that they could tell him things. In your view, then, sorry, go on.
I think that's a bit. I'm not sure that's quite fair.
You don't think that's fair?
I mean,
Why?
He has submitted a lot of evidence, and if the submissions by the newspaper that effectively hadn't submitted evidence were correct, then the judge would have chucked the claim out. But the reason he hasn't chucked the claim out is that he thinks there's plenty enough evidence that's been produced by Prince Harry to let the claim go forward. So the issue of whether he has a decent set of evidence has been determined by the fact that the claim will go to trial.
OK. So, interesting. So this could be quite serious for NGN. Could this be a serious... could it cost them millions? Is that what they could be looking at?
This has never been about the money. I'm quite sure that Prince Harry will have already been offered a vast sum of money in settlement, which, of course, his brother has accepted. And now that he's fought his way through to a trial, he'll be, I'm sure, offered yet more money. But he's made it clear this is a matter not of money but of principle, that he feels, and as someone who has acted for a lot of people who've been the wrong end of newspaper wickedness, he feels that the newspapers need to be held to account. That was always his intention. He's going to be able to do that at a trial. And speaking for myself, I think he's shown immense courage in deciding to take on one of the most powerful organisations, not only in this country, one of the most powerful organisations in the world.
Well, we await this with bated breath. Jonathan, thank you very much. That's Jonathan Coad. He's a media lawyer.